Hey there. Welcome to Product Marketing Maestros, Tales from the Front Lines. I'm your host, Nitin Karthik. As a Product Marketing Alliance ambassador and a top product marketing voice, I've always found that real-world case studies are the true litmus test for the effectiveness of any product marketing strategy. And that is why in this show, we dive into the minds of industry titans as well as rising stars, unpacking their expertise in action-packed episodes that showcase the power of product marketing through real world case studies. And today, my friends, we are joined by product marketing maestro Julia Zhou in New York. Julia is a product marketing manager at Thoropass, and she's also a product marketing alliance ambassador. And Julia is a seasoned product marketer with experience in product launches, positioning, and growth strategies, focusing in the cybersecurity industry. And her experience includes ZoomInfo, where she drove competitive enablement, buyer persona development, and product discovery efforts. Julia's background also includes a rich history in journalism, and having worked with NBC News and ITN, she crafted compelling stories and managed cross-functional teams. Julia holds a dual master's in digital technology and business administration from Boston University. Julia is proficient in English, Chinese, and French, and she has certifications in Salesforce and ZoomInfo for marketing. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Julia Zhou. Julia, welcome to the show.
Hi everyone, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here with you today. Yeah,
Excellent.
yeah.
Wonderful. Great. So, Julia, again, great to have you. So, as we discussed, we'll focus on a case study from your experience. And Julia, we'll use the ABC framework. So, we'll talk about the antecedents, the prior challenges. We'll talk about the behaviors, what were some of the actions that you took, and we'll talk about the conclusion, how things played out. So, with that, Julia, pick a situation from your experience and tell us what were the antecedents, what were the prior challenges?
All right, sounds good. I'd like to share a real life example with you guys today at my current company, Therapass. So we used to hold a quarterly webinar to showcase our product updates and amazing items on the roadmap. It was supposed to be super informative, but also it brings a lot of challenges to us. Like you need to prepare long ago, and it took so much time for everyone to get aligned. And we noticed that people just did not register for the webinar. Even they registered, they did not attend it. Even when we sent them the recording video email, they did not read it. So that was really a frustrated situation. And you start thinking about, are we really passing around this information to our customers in the right way?
Wow, yeah. And I'm absolutely positive that there must be so many people in the audience who are just cringing in their seats because they know that they've had this exact same situation. I've had that situation before.
Yeah.
And I love it because webinars, they're a great way of driving interest. But of course, if like no one is reading, no one's registering, it doesn't help. So thank you. So Julia, that was excellent. Thank you for setting the antecedents. Now, Julia, given those challenges, let's talk about the behaviors. What were some of the actions that you took?
Yeah, that was actually also a tricky situation for myself because that was a legacy program at company I took over when I joined the company. So as a someone new to the company, you start to ask yourself, okay, this seems not working very well. Shall I stick with it? Or shall I try something new? So I started to talk with the peers in product marketing, including amazing peers from Product Marketing Alliance, and do a lot of research online. What are the other options? And had a lot of internal conversation with my team. And then we decided to pivot this format to create short, like short site-by a product video instead of doing the quarterly webinar. So we can roll out these videos more frequent across more channels, and people can watch them anytime they want, any preferred channels they'd like to watch them.
Yeah. And I love that, right? Because a couple of things that a lot of people are noticing is our lives are getting busier
Yeah.
and people's attention spans are going down, right? So to dedicate our attention towards a half hour or 1 hour webinar, that is a pretty serious commitment. But I love this, right? You're changing that into short videos, which is bite-sized. People can take it on the go. And even if it's, a couple of minutes here and there, they can get some actionable insights. And of course, like you said, you can share that across different channels. Absolutely wonderful. So I love that. So thank you, Julia, for telling us about the behaviors. Now, bring it home, Julia. Tell us about the conclusion. How did the situation play out for you?
I'm so glad I did that shift. I personally think it went really well. I'm very happy that we did it a shift because it went really well in my mind. So we were able to keep this constant communication with our customers across more channels. And it absolutely helped lift a lot of operational burden to create the videos versus like host a 30 minutes 1 hour webinar that was just so much easier for everyone's life, and we can roll out more frequently. People do not need to wait 3 months to learn about those updates. And you know what's the beauty about it? It helps you track more metrics. Where they say what you cannot measure cannot be managed. With more metrics you can track, it's actually help you to manage this program. So I think it was a success.
Wow, that sounds like a really successful program. You had a challenge, getting people to register for these long webinars, which sometimes, let's face it, can be a little bit boring. You condense those into bite-sized videos, which can be on demand and people can watch on their own time. They don't have to show up at a certain time, worry about time zones, all of that on their own channels. And you were able to also improve your tracking. And so I think this is like a trifecta of how you achieve this. So excellent. Congratulations, Julia. I think this was amazing. So thank you for telling us that case study. Now, Julia, if people wanted to learn more about you, where can they find out more and find out what's next for you?
Yeah, feel free to connect me on LinkedIn. I'm always here to learn from your experience and share my experience so we can grow together.
Absolutely fabulous. Wonderful. So, Julia, once again, thank you. Folks, there you have it. Definitely connect to Julia to learn even more great insights like this. And armed with that knowledge, onward and upward.